body hitting right through the back. And he's been dead for a while.
They are indeed still chasing does.
Find the sign, find the box. Alright, welcome back everybody. It's that time of week again where we talk about rut activity and action all across the state of Michigan from our reviewers and also our field staff from all across the state. So with that being said, let's get into it and let's start in mid-Michigan with Bill Brown.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another week of Rut Report. We got rifle season winding down. Archery season's getting ready to kick back on. And we've got some beautiful weather coming. It's nice and chilly here in Bay County today. I think it's 30, 29. It's been really cold overnight. I know Tim, up there in the northern lower peninsula, he's been getting some snow, and I know Jordan's got some on the way too, so maybe we'll get lucky and have a good winter this year. But as far as all of that goes, let's jump into Rut Report. Brad Smith out of Saginaw County, he's been out quite a bit, and he's been reporting seeing a lot of bucks. They're hanging back out together. They're kind of back into their little groups again, so at least first portion of it, seems to be pretty much done and over with here in Zone 5. Phil LaCroix, he's been reporting, he's been seeing a small spike chase here and there, but nothing of size out and about. It seems like, we're still on our downward trend here as far as, the rut in Zone 5 here, Bay County, Saginaw County, Midland County, Isabella. Seems like that's pretty much the general consensus right now is the bucks are grouped back up. The does are still out feeding, doing their own thing, not being really pushed around at all. So, that's definitely seemed to be winding down to an end. But in about a month or so, there should be, phase 2, where any of the does that didn't get bred, will start going into their second cycle. So, things will probably heat up in about, in another 2 weeks or so. But as for right now, here in Bay County, it hasn't been too hot. I'm still getting most of my pictures at night. Not a whole lot of movement. That's rifle season. Once everybody makes it out for rifle season, the deer kind of get a little spooky and, kind of hunker down. I haven't been out a whole lot just because I've been in the middle of moving, but that's always fun. So I stopped out to the property today and cleared up a few trails. Hopefully I can get out here in the mornings.
Hey y'all, before I get started with the Rut Report for 9 and 10, I just wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and say go Lions. They're about to be playing here pretty soon. I'm just getting done with my morning hunt. A tradition of our family, actually. We get up early and get out to the woods and get that hunt in, before we had to meet up with the family and friends and do all the festivities and stuff. And it was kind of a rough hunt today, let me tell you. But I'll tell you that here in a second. First up out of Zone 9 and 10, we've got Lou Herr, no buck activity. Was reporting last week, took a doe in Oakland County. Seen 5 doe come in and no buck whatsoever. Next up out of Hillsdale County, we got Ryan Towers reporting no chasing going on anymore. We got Thomas Howe out of Monroe County reporting no activity. Next up we got Sarah McHolly reporting no activity in Livingston County. And I hope I'm saying this right. Philip Peefley out of Lenawee County says it seems done to him, seeing lots of does but no buck activity. Myself, I'm going to pretty much reporting the same thing. Hunted quite a bit this week and I have not seen squat. I've seen a couple of little German Shepherd size does come in. No bucks. Nope, I can't say that. I did see 1 buck this week, about the size of a German Shepherd too. Fuzzy little nubs, ain't even break the skin. but there's no new rubs, no new scrapes. Haven't heard any grunting. I think it's pretty much done down here where I'm at least. But there's still lots of season left. There's some good hunting to be had. The winter months are about to set in, and they're going to be back looking for food again. And definitely be out there when they're doing that. I know I'm going to be. But anyways, I really appreciate all the comments in the comment section this week. Sorry I wasn't able to get to them all. Hopefully you guys are out there being safe and making lots of memories. And happy Thanksgiving.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another week of Michigan Outdoors Report, Rut Report. Or is it? Well, it's looking like it's kind of consistent across the board that rut is slowing down. So, get right back into it. Zone 4, Aaron Daniels reports Osceola County said he's seen a lot of deer movement end of October through the opening week of gun season. He's heading back up, trying to get it done, but doesn't seem to be a whole lot of movement going around as far as that area. Ryan Boracqua, I'm gonna kill your last name, dude. I'm very sorry, but comes out of Montcalm County and says, "What rut?" So obviously, seems like it's been a tough year for rut. And I know some people are seeing it really heavy, but it seems like a lot of people are reporting that their rut really hasn't been that strong. Robert James, he comes through and tells us that, I don't believe you listed your county this time, Robert, but says rut is winding down. Deer and all the deer that he is seeing are starting to run nocturnal. So seems like Zone 4 is kind of consistent all the way across it on the west side of the state, unfortunately. For those guys, hey, you got some big snow coming in tonight. It is Thursday, so happy Thanksgiving. Congratulations, Detroit, going 11-1. But they, like I said, it seems like Zone 4, everything's pretty consistent on the fact that rut is kind of on its way out. So I don't know if this will be our last week of doing reports on it, but it seems like I said, it's pretty consistent that rut's kind of on its way out. So no pictures either. I got no pictures to show you guys this week, Zone 4 or Zone 6. So let's step into Zone 6. This is my zone. As far as what I can tell you that I'm seeing, not a whole lot of activity. To be honest with you, since I shot my buck last Monday, I haven't seen. I'm getting a few pictures here and there on cameras, mostly at nighttime, couple here and there throughout the day. Get a few does running through the food plot. I'm sure as it gets colder, this food plot will pick back up, but it just seems like everything's just kind of went desolate, man. It's getting pretty quiet around here too. So jumping into Zone 6, Jerry Randall said he hasn't seen anything right here in Tuscola County since the third day of rifle season. That's about when, I think that's when I shot my buck on the 18th. So third day rifle season. Haven't seen a whole lot going through the property, which is unusual here because we see a lot of deer here. Kenneth Bain comes out of St. Clair County. All of his deer went nocturnal. So here we go. Same story over and over and over and over. It just seems to be compiling the same way. We'll jump down to James Hope, who borders Huron, Tuscola, and Sanilac County. He says the deer he's noticing are starting to group up, and they seem to be moving towards more of their wintering areas. So if you guys have got that pinned down on your properties, I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. Back here on the other side of the creek that runs, I have two creeks that run through my property, one right out pretty much out my back door, and then one at the back corner of my property, which is where that buck started playing peekaboo with me. I run up a real heavy oak ridge back that way, and then on the other side of that ridge there's a lot of thick Russian olives, and if I pull up Onyx, it does show that that's a kind of a thermal area. So I'm guessing I'm starting to see a lot of the deer moving back into there. I'm sure they're finishing up a lot of the acorns and stuff that are still on the ground before the snow flies, and I'm hoping, seeing how they extended our season here in Tuscola County, I'm hoping to start seeing some better movement into the food plot now as the purple top turnips are starting to rise to the surface real heavy, and a couple good frosts, they're going to start getting that spiciness will go away from them, and they'll start to see that little bit sweeter side. So hopefully I start seeing that soon. I got at least 3-4 more tags I'd like to fill. I'm not horribly concerned with another buck. If I get another good buck, mature one come in, obviously I'll take them down, but take out some does. I got plenty of those. I got 15, 20 of those usually running around the backyard most of the time. So, but keep your reports coming. As you can see, it sounds like Zone 4 and Zone 6 are kind of in the same predicament. Everything's slowing down. Deer movement's slowing down. A lot of stuff's going back nocturnal. Nobody's really seen a whole lot of chasing. And some people are asking, hey, did the rut even happen? So, happy Thanksgiving. God bless everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Love y'all. Take care.
All right, the reports coming from across the Northern Lower Peninsula have really dwindled down. Many viewer reports this week have reported not seeing much activity at all. In fact, some people are asking where the deer went. I myself have not been able to get back out since the 17th. Work schedule has not permitted that. And then actually this weekend we're getting lake effect snow. So I've been on snow patrol just trying to keep the driveway clear. Where I'm at in Sheboygan County, we're pushing about 20 inches right now, with more to fall overnight. So it's really hindered my hunting this weekend. Just trying to stay on top of that. So with that said, let's get into the viewer reports. All right, kicking it off again this week is our good friend Robert Barrick out of Grand Traverse County. His reports have it's really slowed down quite a bit. He says everything is slowed right down, but with winter weather on the way, it could be what we need to get things moving again. And he's reporting out of Grand Traverse County. Justin Devins reporting out of Roscommon County. He says it's a ghost town there where he's at. All right, Mindy Konarska is reporting out of Ogama County. She says it's been slow the past weekend, just seeing a lot of doe, but the last 2 days the cameras are showing more and more movement, mainly bucks, so we shall see this weekend. Hopefully it worked out better for you this weekend, Mindy. Wade Schmidt reporting out of Manistee County. Been watching scrapes all season. Seen my first sign of life yesterday. Everything was completely dead by the second day of gun season. Camera went completely dead also. Never seen anything like this since the DNR issued too many doe permits 20 years ago. I'm thinking the 10 doe limit and 2 buck limits are starting to finally take their toll on the population. Last report comes from Rhonda Canelos out of Mount Morenci County, seeing young bucks are chasing, but mature bucks are not anymore.
Hey everybody, Jordan Hoover here for Michigan Outdoors Report in Zone 1, Northwest UP, with this week's Rut Report. So we had a pretty significant storm system move in here in the last 24 hours, and that is expected to continue for the next several days off and on. Some areas anticipating as much as 3 feet of snowfall over the next 5 days at higher elevation. Obviously less in other areas, but there's going to be heavy impact with lake effect snow bands, winds gusting as high as 30 miles an hour in some cases, depending where you're at. Pretty significant storm system, probably the first one of this magnitude we've had this year. Obvious impact on the rut situation there. That's going to force deer down out of the high country, and the migration could well start happening. So whatever rut activity is taking place, which I don't think is very significant at this time, I think it's wound down, at least for the moment. This storm system is going to definitely put the squeeze on that temporarily. I do anticipate that there will be activity through a second rut. Don't lose hope. Muzzleloader is still viable, depending where you're at. It might be tougher if you're having to hunt along the migration route or chase them down out of the high country, but certainly doable. And with a storm system like this, changing pressure, that northwest wind, good and cold temperatures. We haven't had temps this cold yet this year. That is definitely a formula for deer being up and on their feet moving around. Whether they're migrating, whether they're looking for food, whatever the case may be, the deer will be active. So if you've still got a tag left to fill, you're going to want to be in your seat in the UP in the next 5 days. Haven't had a lot of reports come in from hunters, and the things that I have heard, relatively dismal as far as rut activity, people not seeing a whole lot. That's par for the course, usually. The Orange Army comes through and shoots up the woods pretty good, and it takes the deer a little bit to settle down, but there's always redemption to be had in muzzleloader season here. The woods quiets back down, and there is opportunity for you diehards out there that still want to get that buck hung up on the pole. Well, that's it from the UP. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving and enjoyed time with family and friends. God bless.
What's up, everybody? Ray here with this week's Rut Report of Zone 7 and 8. So for me, personally, Clinton County, we went out this morning, Chad and I did, It's Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We saw several deer within the first hour and a half. Saw a few doe, had some doe behind us. Saw a few doe down by my tree stand where I should have been standing. We hunted the point, excuse me. And it wasn't 20 minutes after we saw 3 doe go down the line, right down the edge of the woods. A buck came out right underneath my tree stand where there's a scrape, and he didn't hit that. He got right on their trail, so one of them must have been hot. And he went on full out chasing them. They were in the other fence line. We ended up seeing them running around over there. So indicating bucks are still on. I mean, it was probably a really nice year and a half, 8 point. On the way to the spot, I saw a couple bucks with does. They weren't chasing, but they were with them. So I don't know. It was dark in people's yards, but I believe here in Clinton County, they're still running in where we're hunting. We got a couple other reports that came in. You'll have to excuse me here. I'm reading off my other phone. We got Hans Krager out of Cass County shot this really nice 8 point on the afternoon of 11/21 in the snow. He said a doe and a little one passed through an hour before he came through. Nose down on the doe's pass. So obviously, doe must have been in heat, and they got them glands in their hoofs, so he was on them. And wow, congratulations, man, that's awesome. So thanks for the report. And that was in Cass County, and that was just a few days ago. So we've got another friend of mine here, Charles Fagan, out of Clinton County. Haven't been out in a couple days, but this past weekend was slow for us. Mature deer have seemed to move off our area. Movement's been laid up until dark. Rut phase, weather, and hunting pressure could be impacting observation. Didn't see much activity, so he's wanting and hoping for this cooler weather. Maybe it'll get him back into the groove. There you go. I'm hunting Clinton County. He's hunting Clinton County. Just different east-west, and he's not seeing as much now. So, by the way, Charles, congratulations on the buck you got. I saw you got that nice one. We got, let me see here. Another Clinton County, Dan Kinney, which actually hunts real close to some of my area. I'm not gonna say, but he's been seeing some deer, not really doing a lot of rut activity. He got a nice doe apparently on the 16th. Don't know picture. Passed on a 4 point, but seeing some movement, but not really any rutting activity. A lot of nocturnal stuff at night too. He says, cameras going off at night, so mixed. It's just mixed. It's that time of year where I seriously think you got to have a hot doe and a buck in that area that's just still wanting to get after it. So, there's a couple other ones in here. Aaron Depew, I haven't seen rut movement on public land since October. So he's not seeing nothing. And there's not really a county. I don't know what county. Never seen chasing, any scrapes. Seemed to dry up quick this year. So mixed reviews. A couple other in here that shot some deer, but it looks like here Justin Whipple, awesome evening hunt in the snow. That's a nice buck. Congratulations, by the way. Caught him just munching and browsing, so he wasn't really with a doe or bumping, so it's just feeding. So we're seeing a lot of that too. These deer are coming out in the evenings, in the morning, real quick to hit these fields that have been chopped. As long as they haven't been plowed, the corn is still there. Some of the beans. A lot of the farmers leave it and they just chop it and lay, and that's what we have, Chad and I, in our fields, and they just can't resist it. They come out there and eat the corn that's been left over. So I don't know, rut activity here or there. We're seeing it. Hunting season's over Saturday as far as gun season. And then muzzleloader will open up, and we're trying to get after it there. Still got a doe tag to fill. I don't know, maybe do some bow hunting. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Take care and best of luck. We'll see you.
All right, that's going to do it for this week's Rut Report. We want to wish everybody the best of luck to finish out the season. We still have some firearm hunting left to do, late archery, and then there's also the late firearm bow season. So best of luck to everybody. We want to thank you all for sharing your reports with us throughout this season here. We love seeing the pictures, the videos, and of course all the reports that were so helpful. That's why we do this, is to generate the report so you can be better informed as you hit the stand. So best of luck everybody, and we'll see you back here next year for the Rut Report.